What's up guys, Mr. BlackSmith here with a quick update on my Jacob Grey TWC9. But before we get started, all clear, no magazine, empty, working in a safe and controlled environment. There is no ammunition in this space. Alright, so 3 months ago I did a review on the Jacob Grey TWC9. And like I said, I love every aspect of this build, design and everything else. Even the smooth texture on the side panels here, did not find a problem with that with shooting it. But one sticking point that I did have is the two-piece guide rod, which I believe at this price point it should have been a toolless guide rod. So with that, I went out and purchased a toolless guide rod by Atlas. Now I would drop my original review, the link of it, in the description, so check out my original review on it and let me know what you think. But went out and brought the Atlas 4 1/4 inch guide rod for this barrel, 4 1/4 inch barrel. And the two-piece guide rod is reminiscent of the Springfield Prodigy. Was not a fan of it. So I'm going to take this apart real quick and show you what surprised me when I dropped this 4 1/4, this guide rod in for the 4 1/4 inch bull barrel. Alright, so see here. Alright, so here we go. Unscrew this two-piece guide rod. Like I said, this is the very frustrating part of the disassembly. And at this price point, I didn't believe this was necessary. Could have easily got the two-piece, whatever the additional cost was. Alright, so, and I took it for granted believing that all things were equal with this guide rod. Now the Springfield Prodigy, I dropped in the Atlas toolless guide rod, dropped in with no problem. But let's take a quick look here. As you can see, there is a slight difference where the two-piece guide rod that came with the Jacob Grey slightly smaller than the toolless guide rod by Atlas. Now, I did not initially see that. And so let's take out the reverse plug. Let's drop it here. Okay. Line everything up, everything being equal. Trying to do this on the camera. When the angle gets a little tricky. Alright, so let's drop in the toolless guide rod by Atlas. Alright, so alright, drop this in real quick. Put in the pin. Alright, so as you can see, this one does not sit flush. Very disappointing, very odd that this is a 4 1/4 inch bull barrel, but the guide rod made for a 4 1/4 inch bull barrel from Atlas does not fit. Like I said, this dropped in very easily for the Springfield Prodigy 4 1/4 inch. So it does stick out there a little. Like I said, very disappointing, but I doubled down and went out and purchased the next best guide rod on the market, which in this case, of course, is the Dawson Precision toolless guide rod. Let's put that aside for a minute. Get the Dawson, and the same story. The two-piece guide rod by Jacob Grey, slightly smaller, again, of course, with the Dawson Precision. And just for visual purposes only, I'll let you see pretty much the same thing. Let's line everything up. Okay, trying to do this on the camera. It's a little tricky, so bear with me. Alright, so It's all lined up there. Let's drop this in. Again, just for visual purposes, because you already know that it will not sit or fit flush or sit flush. All right. All right, so here's the Dawson Precision. Again, not sitting flush. All right, so very disappointing that Jacob Grey did not use the standard measurements for this guide rod to fit their 4¼ inch bull barrel. It gets a little frustrating that the gun manufacturers want to step outside the box and use different dimensions for something that should be standard across all guns, especially for 2011s, for something this basic or simple. So, like, drop some comments. Let me know what you think about that. Only thing I can think of is this is just sitting out a little bit more. Yeah, for the link, it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it looked like there will be some machining done, and I believe Scott at Skip's Guns did a review on this, and I'm talking with Trayvon, #1 dope instructor. He did mention it to me, but I had to be sure myself, of course. And of course, either Dawson Precision or Atlas 4¼ inch guide rods, well, for the 4¼ inch bull barrel does not fit flush. All right, so I'm back with the 2-piece guide rod by Jacob Grey. A little frustrating there, so excuse me for my pauses. So, like I said, let me throw this back together, hopefully for the interest of time. It's never fun putting this thing back together. I wish I had it down to a science, but I don't. Okay. Drop this in here and put this in place. Oh, make sure I got that the right way. Line everything up. Here we go. All right. All right, you may be fast forwarding or stopping the video at this point if you haven't already. But all right, so overall, the 4¼ inch bull toolless guide rods, the toolless ones by Atlas and Dawson Precision, does not sit flush for the Jacob Grey TWC9. It looked like it may be for, might have to get the STI 4.15 guide rod for this. I think it may work for this, so I may drop a video on that. But it's frustrating as this is. No, trial and error. So yeah, so the 4¼ inch by Atlas, 4¼ inch toolless guide rod by Dawson Precision does not work. So all right, so that's my quick update on the TWC9 and my guide rod concern for the 2-piece. So more to come. I may take this to the range and shoot with the guide rods here by Atlas and Dawson Precision. Oh man, Trayvon, #1 dope instructor, told me it will shoot with no issue, but it just won't sit flush. So if you're wanting to have it stick out a little, I guess if that's the look you're looking for, but that's not what I'm looking for. So, all right, so quick update. Jacob Grey, drop some comments. Let me know what you think about it. But that is all I have. So this is Mr. BlackSmith from Team BlackSmith. As always, like, share, subscribe, join the team. I'm out.